What's up, folks? We're back about 4 or 5 days before Christmas to give you some Christmas gifts here. This is the what channel is this?
The We Trine channel presented
Uh,
by Neuter by Nature Productions.
Man, I almost said the other one. It's been so long.
I don't know what I'm gonna do with you.
I don't know. That's Leroy. I'm Michael. Yeah. This is an interesting trailer we're about to react to because I don't know, Leroy. Do you care? I don't know.
Yes,
I was talking to you about it.
yes.
You were kind of like, eh.
So I when you texted me, I didn't know what you want me to say. Like, there's no way, and it's hard to convey tone in a text.
Sure.
And I was like, yeah, I know it's coming out. I am excited for it,
Okay.
but I'm cautiously optimistic
Sure.
because as much as I like Superman, and I like Man of Steel, I want to say that I like Man of Steel. It is one of those things where it can be hard to get right because you want to do so much with the character
Hmm.
instead of making him who he is.
Sure.
And before we watch it, someone in this is not my description. Superman is like Captain America is, where he is this throwback to a time of when
Everything was right.
I wouldn't go that far. Calm
Oh,
down.
I don't. I
Make
don't know
America
what you. I don't know what you're gonna say.
calm down. Make America great again.
I don't know.
What like that like how when remember in Age of Ultron when Captain America's like language,
Hmm.
he's like it's that type of, I don't want to say aesthetic. Better, you know what? In order to make a Superman movie, you need to, in my opinion, and this is something that was again somebody else, follow the Paddington model.
Okay.
Paddington is this wholesome, does things for the right reasons, and he Paddington affects everything around him. And in these impossible situations, he always finds the good.
Sure.
That's Superman. And so that's what I'm hoping we get. I think a hopeful Superman movie is what we need in these dark times. And I'm reason why I'm cautiously optimistic, and this is very long-winded. You were the one of the people who was like, the Flash may not be that great, man. And I was like, James Gunn said it's gonna be the best, one of the best movies ever. And I bought into that. So he's the head of the DCEU now, so of course he's got to say some things. But this is the first big swing.
Hmm.
So I'm hoping this is. I want a good Superman movie.
Okay. With that, let's get to Superman. Here we go.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay. Oh.
Krypton. Home. Take me home.
Oh, that's cool.
Superman.
didn't even say Superman?
Doesn't need to.
No. Sorry. And I said that like I was accusatory. I don't think it did, but I think that was cool. I think that was intentional. I like that.
I,
I really enjoyed this. I think it was what makes Superman bleed to start out
yeah,
your
see
trailer
that
like that. That's so cool.
that's what scares me. Like I guess I this is a more bright, hopeful trailer, but to start it off with like that, I'm not gonna lie, that
I was like, oh,
yeah, that like I'm not gonna. And I do love the John Williams music. I love like I that theme is iconic. Um, my favorite part of it is that little boy holding up the flag
hmm
and
as
just
everybody's
know
running away, but he wants to hold that flag because he believes in Superman or whatever. That was
and
cool.
and whatever's going on and never this chaos, this idea that there's somebody's out there fighting for you. And
hmm
this part was like what's like not even knowing that was like I knew crypto was in the movie, but not realizing that was crypto.
Yeah,
Um, and I'm just like, what is it that like
yeah.
that in the face of all of this terrible
Look at Nicholas
things,
Holt, man. That guy looks great as Lex Luthor.
this right here,
Yeah,
um, should have gave that dude a red hat. Um,
it's not necessary.
I'm just saying. Uh, so what for you? What was this?
This is cool. I'm very excited. I think there is a lot of intentional stuff, and of the two of us, I'm definitely the one to notice things the least. I think you have a better visual eye for things, but there are just things I noticed, like the fact that it didn't say Superman in. I think that's a choice, and that's cool. It just says it begins. I mean, it really generates hype to make me get excited for it on July 11th. I think that's awesome. Um, the idea of the way it starts with the Superman in the snow somewhere, because when it first happens, and we'll see it here in a second, but when it first happens and you hear like the impact, I thought it was like an iconic shot of Superman maybe landing, but
A
like the
superhero landing?
yeah, he had a superhero pose. I didn't think, oh, he got the shit kicked out of him or something. Something beat him up.
See, and this is
That
the
was
one.
cool.
It's funny that you bring that up because remember, Deadpool has made fun of that to where the point where the MCU has like really leaned into like making fun of the thing that they've popularized.
Sure.
And I wonder if that is a very deliberate thinking about this. Is that a very deliberate thing? In other words, your mind, when you see these images together, when you see this particular motion, you
Yeah.
think somebody's going to come out of it like this, you know, like when Black Widow did it in Black Widow, and
Yeah.
then Florence Pugh was like, here it
Yeah.
comes,"
Flinging our hair back and
and
stuff and making fun of it. Yeah.
mhm. And so, like, I wonder if that is a deliberate choice that if any superhero could have the superhero pose, and you start your trailer off with, like you said, him getting the shit kicked out of him, I do believe that's deliberate, and I would love to hear why that was the first image
hmm
of you actually seeing him. Um, what do you what is your opinion about it looking? And I know a lot of people use this as a pejorative online because I am on Threads or we're on Threads. Well, your picture's on our page on Threads, but it's literally I'm on Threads.
Yeah.
um, it's what do you think about the negativity surrounding that? People are saying this looks like the CW or the Arrowverse. So, because some
Um,
people
hey,
see,
I love the Arrowverse.
that's
I loved Arrow. I loved Flash. I kind of fell off on Flash because it kind of got long, but I watched at least 7 out of the 8 seasons of it. Um, I really loved Black Lightning. I'm trying to think of any show I didn't watch. Legends of Tomorrow, I loved. I'd never watched the new Lois. What was the new
and
Superman?
Clark, Larson Superman. Yeah, I heard that's really good.
I heard it was good. I just
I
fell off, but
I
I
gotta
enjoyed
I
the
gotta
Arrowverse. So
I
for
gotta.
me, that's not a pejorative.
So two things. One, I got a buddy of mine who he literally cried at the end of it. At the
And
end of Lois,
oh,
the
okay,
like the Lois and Clark or whatever it's called. Um, he was hyping up so the book club that I'm in, they were all like talking about it, and he was like getting people on board, and they were like, "I'm watching this and I'm loving it." And the reason why I brought that up is because there is a contingent online who are like, "This looks like the Arrowverse," and others like, and then other people were like you, who are like, "The Arrowverse is the best live action DCEU we've ever gotten," and people have been like going back and forth, like saying, "I don't want it to look like the Snyderverse," and they were like, "I want it to be colorful. I want it to be happy. I want it to be bright."
Hmm.
And I don't have a problem with either. I didn't
Hmm.
watch the Arrowverse. I may get into it. I just never did. It was just there was other things going on. I like the way this looks.
Yeah, man, this looks great. Everybody looks awesome. I had to look up the cast because I can't know this guy's his. And I was talking with somebody at work about this yesterday. About hey, you said about the trailer. We're like, he's kind of cautiously optimistic, and we couldn't. David Corn Sweat.
Yep.
Can never remember his name. Rachel Brosnahan, I know her from Marvelous Miss Maisel, but she looks good as Lois Lane. And who's Mr. Terrific? What's his name?
I don't know his name, but I've seen him
Edie
before.
Gethegi. I don't know how you pronounce that name.
Yeah.
I know him from For All Mankind, most recently on Apple. But yeah, everybody looks awesome. Hot girl
So
Isabella Merced. I think that was Dora,
mhm.
right? When the Dora live action Dora long ago, she was Dora. But
Yeah,
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 yeah.
you're right.
Okay.
Alan Tudyk is in this. Your boy Skylar Gisondo
Yeah.
plays Jimmy Olsen, who I know him from Righteous Gemstones. Then you've got Frank Grillo's back as Rick Flag. Which are you watching?
Creature
Creature
Commandos or
Commandos? Yeah.
not yet.
So he's
That's
in
a
that.
weekly show, right? It's not all at once.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay.
Nathan Fillion, you did see him as Guy Gardner, which I thought was interesting.
Wait, Nathan Fillion was in this trailer?
Yeah, I think yeah. Remember the guy with the ring? That
Oh,
was a Green Lantern.
I didn't
Remember?
even notice.
Yeah. So then you've
I got to
got
go back
Millie.
and watch it.
Is it Millie? Millie Alcock?
I don't know.
Yeah.
House of Dragons
Uh,
girl. I don't know.
yeah. Um, but I'm happy for Beck Bennett. I loved him on SNL, so I'm glad to see he's back doing something. I'm. We could go all day about Superman, but the thing that I want people to understand, and the reason why I said I think this movie is timely, if it comes out in the summer 2025, and it comes out and they lean into Superman as a reporter. The reason why he chose being a reporter, Clark Kent chose to be a reporter, was because if he was in a newsroom, he would know where best to help people because he would be plugged into how the news of the day, the news of the world.
Mhm.
And I think that's so important to get right that he chose to be a journalist. And I think what people need to understand is that, and at the end of the day, say what you will, Superman is a refugee, an immigrant from a dying world who was sent here for a better life and is a journalist. And in 2025, those themes are going to become relevant. And I think James Gunn is savvy enough to recognize these things. And I
Mhm.
wonder if he's going to lean into it. The hopeful that is Superman, and how do you stay positive in such a dark time? Because again, the beginning of this trailer showed him something beat the hell out of him.
Mhm. Yeah.
Something hit him hard enough that he crashed land and just laid there. So that's I'm hopeful that we do get to see a resurgence in this type of Superman. And you know me, you know where my stance. Henry Cavill was, whew,
Yeah.
that's my man.
Yeah.
I was a
You,
Cavillite.
you were the original person to say Cavalite to me. Yeah.
Yep, I'm still one of them.
Mhm.
But I'm very excited for this.
Yeah. July 11th. We got a bit of time. My ultimate hope is that the movie is
Hold on.
good. Okay.
Let me
Well,
take that
yeah.
day off right now.
There we go. My ultimate hope is the movie is good, and James Gunn ushers in a great DCU, and we can have great DC movies and great Marvel movies. I don't
Mhm.
need one to be better than the other. That's what I want.
Here's what I want. So I'm going, me and the boys have been going back. One, we watched Teen Titans Go, and this is, to me, I look at things differently now that I've become a parent. You have to. Your movie, television show is exceptional. if you can capture the attention of an adult and a child, and I know
Mhm.
Pixar has done that better than anybody. Me and the boys watch Teen Titans Go, go to the movies. And let me tell you, they were just as entertained as I was.
Sure.
And so we've gone back and I've been introducing them into the Justice League and the Justice League Unlimited. And my hope for the DCEU is to match the energy of those properties and the feel of watching the Justice League, those cartoons, because I I love the MCU. I will take nothing away from it. But if DC could capture that feeling of watching that Justice League cartoon in a live action format,
Mhm.
I'm not going to say it's going to be better. That's not what I'm here to say. But if you can capture that feeling of the Justice League and watching the Batman animated adventures and Superman animated adventures in live action, you've got something.
Sure.
So,
There we go.
we're going to wrap this up. Like, comment, and subscribe, all those things. Hit us up on in the comments. Let us know what you thought about this trailer. What would you like to see? So we saw Hot Girl, Terrific, Mr. Terrific, Guy Gardner, Crypto, Lois Lane. I didn't see Perry White. I didn't see Jimmy Olsen, and I didn't see Cat. But
I think we might have saw his dad though, right? Or at least somebody he was talking to.
yeah. Mhm.
I don't know if that was Paul Kent or not, but
So yeah. Oh, and we saw Lex, which
Yeah.
I thought it was interesting that they call it Lex Core.
is that not what
Luth-
what-
no,
what-
Luther Core.
Oh,
Luther
Luther
Core.
Core. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was Lex in the
Oh
books. I
yeah,
thought it
she's
was
called
Lex
Lex
Core.
Core. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. So let us know what you think. Hit up us up on Threads. Same name. Wait, what are we on Threads? I gotta go look.
Fantastic. Maybe we'll tell you in the next video we put out, folks.
Nerdy by Nature Productions.
There we go. All right, folks. Later.